Witches, mutants designed to hunt monsters. Stronger, faster, and more agile than any human. But how did Geralt of Rivia, the most famous or infamous witcher of them all, train and fuel his body in order to survive in a world where every hunt could be his last? Today we're breaking down the training in the School of the Wolf, with particular regards to Geralt of Rivia. We're looking at his fitness, the way he trained, his nutrition powered by potions and herbs, and his unshakable mindset. Let's see how you can apply these lessons to your own fitness journey. This is Legends Forged, where in every episode I break down the training, nutrition, and mindset that makes the warriors of fantasy truly admirable, and see how we can apply their philosophies to our own training routine. So if you've ever wondered how a man can fight monsters, survive lethal combat, and still have the time to meditate, this is the video for you. Before we start, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more warrior creeds from history or from legends or from fantasy be broken down by me. And also do me a favor, comment down below any warriors from history or fantasy, like I mentioned, that you might be interested in seeing me break down. Let's get right into it.
Evil is evil. Lesser, greater, middling, makes no difference.
Can't fit me!
Bring her down. Do it my way.
You like that, you bitch?
Get the hammer. Kick her teeth in.
The degree is arbitrary, the definition's blurred. If I'm to choose between one evil and another, I'd rather not choose at all.
Just make it quick, Geralt.
Geralt's strength and skill comes from rigorous training, intense discipline, and a carefully controlled diet that borders on alchemy. A witcher isn't invincible, though to a regular human they might as well be. Geralt's power comes from years of training, a strict regimen of elixirs, and relentless mental conditioning. If you didn't know, witches drink these potions that they create using alchemy. While they empower them, one wrong dose and they die. So before you imagine yourself as a warrior, a part of any of the witcher's schools, or fighting monsters, we need to break down exactly how he eats, trains, and prepares his mind for the hunt. Witches undergo brutal mutations during the trial of grasses, which enhances their physical capabilities above any normal human. Their bones become denser, their muscles stronger, and their reflexes lightning fast. 10 times faster than the average human, to be exact. Their irises, their eyes, even undergo a transformation which makes them reptilian-like, helping them see better in darkness. Most monsters happen to also live in darkness. It's said that only 3 out of every 10 boys to experience the trial of grasses survives. All, however, go through unimaginable pain. But there's one thing these enhancements, these elixirs that they take during the trial of grasses that makes them superhuman cannot replace, and that is training and nutrition. Geralt's training is all about functionality and efficiency. Swordsmanship is key, but his combat is a blend of strength, agility, and fluid movement. Unlike many warriors that rely on pure brute force, witches need to be quick, flexible, and adaptable. No matter how enhanced they get, they will never be as strong as the monsters that they're fighting. So Geralt's training wouldn't look like a regular gym routine. He'd focus on a few things: full body strength, movement, agility, and the like, full flexibility of the body, combat, adaptability, and above all else, stamina. Witches essentially need to train in order to maintain explosive power when in combat. Geralt's sword strikes are precise and powerful, but they come from the legs, core, and back. His movements are a combination of fast twitch muscle response and balance. The perfect way to do this is simple. Train with a sword as you would with pads. Practicing various sword strikes and movements helps the body get used to exactly what you're going to be doing in real combat. All while death trap courses help you survive when fighting larger monsters. Geralt trains to survive blows from monsters twice his size, all while counterattacking with pinpoint accuracy. It's not about strength, it's about fluidity. Witches oftentimes fight monsters that are quite bigger than them, so they rely on their agility in order to dodge, roll, and evade any attacks coming their way. Because of this, a witcher needs to train on acrobatic maneuvers that focus on dynamic balance and mobility. To mimic witcher movements, you'd incorporate exercises like lunges, lateral jumps, and dynamic explosive workouts, plyometric specifically, like clap push-ups. Each move needs to be precise and controlled, ready to move on to the next. Full body movements, compound exercises are a must, much like Geralt's fighting style. One necessity in things like this is finding a mentor that already knows what they're doing, that's already mastered the thing. Like this, they can make sure that you aren't making the same mistakes they once did, and can also make sure that you aren't cementing mistakes in your average everyday training.
How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors.
Geralt's diet isn't like us normal humans. I mean, yes, sure, he eats when we eat, and he eats the things we eat. However, witches rely on a special diet of potions and elixirs that increase their reflexes, speed, and strength, but at a cost. These potions are completely lethal to normal humans, and can even be lethal to witches if not dosed correctly. Too much and you overdose, Too little and you won't survive a hunt. Some examples include the Swallow Potion, which increases regeneration over time and can be very useful during long hunts where injuries are inevitable. Another potion is Thunderbolt, which increases physical strength and speedy reflexes, useful for when the Witcher needs to be faster and stronger. Tawny Owl, for example, increases endurance, perfect in those long drawn out combat situations. In a modern context, we already kind of take these things. They're like performance enhancing substances, except on steroids and completely lethal to, well, us. If you want to compare them to the modern equivalent, think caffeine for endurance, creatine for physical strength, and branched chain amino acids for muscle recovery. Except, I cannot stress this enough, lethal to us. On the other hand, you can just take instant massive doses of Tren. The only downside, you'll resemble more monster than man and the lethality won't hit you but will hit your balls. Now, outside of potions, witches seem to eat like normal human beings, so they'd be simple and nutritious. On the road, a witcher would eat for survival and not for pleasure. Geralt most likely eats a diet high in lean protein, root vegetables and herbs that double as medicinal aid. Given the time period and Polish influences, Comic Vault have given us a 3-course meal that we can follow. First, the appetizer, pierogi, probably stuffed with some kind of meat. A Polish staple. For your main, Gołąbka, Polish pork knuckle. This one probably isn't going to be for the road because it's a bit more exquisite, but will do fine as a tavern meal. And for dessert, a little sernik, Polish cheesecake, which is aren't heartless, you know. And though the games may lie to us, thinking that we can eat midway through combat in order to restore health and stamina and whatnot, it's more likely that witchers, including Geralt, never really sit down and eat massive meals. Certainly not on the road. This would weigh them down. Chances are they eat lighter meals in order to be prepared for constant combat at any time. And while this 3-course meal is most likely something that they'd eat during their downtime, it's no doubt that witches probably keep thousands of pierogi in their back pocket just in case they need to heal mid-combat. Perhaps the most impressive thing about a witcher is, however, their mindset. Witches are taught to be completely detached. From a young age, they were taught their personal feelings couldn't come in between the mission. Glory and revenge meant nothing. The hunt meant everything. Geralt's mindset is stoic in nature. He knows when to fight and when to let things go. He seeks balance. However, even he has bits of spice, which I completely agree with. For a witcher, survival is about adaptability. And while most people would probably think you're a mutant and would probably shun you, none of that matters. Knowing your limits and not showing them is what keeps you alive. So like stoics, witches learn to control their emotions. They can't have pesky things like anger or pride or joy come in the way of them in their hunt. Geralt, for example, and most other witches, I'd imagine, meditate even mid-hunt, helping them practice calmness and reflection. Mental training like long meditations and breathing exercises help witches survive under pressure. And the ultimate enemy, sleep deprivation during hunts, tests their ability to stay focused and calm under pressure, but also to survive the tonic. This kind of breathing and meditation is a lesson we can all take into our own personal training. However, the stoic aspect of things might not apply to you entirely at the very least, given your personal virtues. Witches are neutral. Their goal is to get the job done, slay the monster, do whatever the contract says. They are neither good nor bad. They don't help and they don't really hurt. However, Geralt breaks this rule on many occasions. Due to personal disposition, Geralt ends up helping a lot of people. And it's why people are so drawn to him. I 100% agree with his take.
Witcher. Kill it.
No.
Whatever the price,
This is no monster.
I order you.
This night has been cursed.
While mostly stoicism is the way to go and it teaches us control and emotions and everything, sometimes you just need to fire up and get the good thing done, emotion or not. So let's put ourselves to the test with a Witcher-inspired workout. This routine is all about combining strength, endurance and mobility with a focus on mental resilience, because as Geralt will tell you, battles are won in the mind as much as the body. We can't use real swords, unfortunately, but we'll use weighted implements to simulate fast, powerful sword strikes. This will target the shoulders, core and back while building explosive power. Aim for 3 sets of 15 reps per side. Geralt's sword strikes need to be quick and precise. This movement builds speed and power while teaching your body to control explosive force. To mimic Geralt's ability to dodge and roll in combat, we're incorporating lateral jumps and agility drills. Focus on quick footwork and controlled landings. We're going for 3 sets of 10 lateral jumps per side. Think about evading a monster's strike. Quick, explosive movement, and land softly. Geralt often meditates to regain focus and calm. In our workout, we'll do a static hold, plank variation, for as long as possible. This will engage the core and test your mental endurance. Hold for at least 3 minutes, but aim for more. Just like Geralt, it's about finding calm in discomfort. The main takeaway from this is that in fantasy and in legend, we see all of these chosen guys. We can't really compare ourselves to them considering not only are they chosen, they're probably somehow enhanced by mutagens, for example. But it's safe to say that Geralt of Rivia, the White Wolf, and other witches show us that even when you are enhanced by mutagens, you still need training. Because ultimately, they're fighting monsters, and we're fighting what's in our head, and other regular humans. So no matter what, the battle for the most part is even and in your head. Mindset trumps everything. It's all about pushing your body to the limits and getting into situations that you cannot control, but staying calm under the pressure. Nothing can substitute rigorous training for the mind and for the body. Let me know what you thought of the video and how you did on the challenge. Once again, hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below with any thoughts you might have or any other ancient warriors or warriors through fantasy that you might want me to cover. Until next time.